small party. Looking for a little cute thing to end the night with, though. Niggas pay us to be on our fly shit, man. Go to this club, stun at somebody else shit, drink day liquor, Ciroc boys.
All right, sweet. So these things are super loose, Grant. Welcome to 144.
Sweet, thank you.
This is our cool down episodes for those who are tuning in. These are birthed basically off of when you're at the track, you've had a good drift session, your car's cooling down, you get together with the friends and you basically just chat. So we are not trackside, but we are at 144 getting ready for Holly LS Fest. We got Grant Anderson in the building.
Hello.
And I wanted to just pick his brain, say hi, get to know you more. And this is what this episode is all about.
That's cool. Thank you first off, thank you for having me. We kind of just were like, we're coming to Texas and going to LS Fest. Can we stop by the shop? And now we're here.
And now we're here.
Literally how it happened.
Yeah, and Grant and I, we spent some time, I think during SEMA, just, drinking some beer, hanging out. But I definitely haven't been able to really get to know you very well. So it'd be kind of cool for our audience to just start from the beginning. Like,
yeah, for sure.
How'd you get into drifting?
So I've been into cars like forever. I used to be a big Volkswagen kid, like BMX, Volkswagens, grow up. Built a bunch of Volkswagens, like show cars, spent all this crazy money doing all this stuff. And then my buddy Matt was like getting into drifting and I'm like, oh, this dude can build cool shit and go bring it to the track. Like, that's it, right? That's like the end goal. You can have fun with your friends and you can build like a cool, stylish car. So then I started drifting in it wasn't that long ago. It was like 2015, 2016,
Okay.
Maybe 2015. That's my first year of drifting.
That's right about when I was getting burnt out, coming off of 10 years of, that's cool.
Yeah. So then my first, I would say year and a half, I was like really heavy into it. And then I got burnt out because I started going to Japan. So I went to Japan twice a year, 18 and 19, I went to Japan 4 times. And then I'd come back home and I'm like, I don't want to drive here. I don't want to sit on grid. I don't want to spend all this crazy money on tires. Like, I'll just chill and go drifting in Japan.
Well, so that was because Japan was so much, how do you word it, like more lean, like you could take 90 laps on a set of tires out there.
Yeah.
Like,
well, you still can.
Yeah. So it's just easier there.
It was easier. And to be fair, it's more cost effective. Like, it costs more money, but it's more cost effective, if that makes sense. Per lap basis, there only costs $5 a lap, where here costs $50 a lap. You know what I mean? So just makes it a little easier.
Right. You come back home and you're just like, wow, it takes a lot to operate the American drifting programs versus in Japan. I'm at the cafeteria eating lunch. I'm walking over. I'm drifting all day.
Yeah, it's super easy. So I think that place kind of burnt me out on drifting in America. Obviously, COVID happened, and I was like, oh, I got to start drifting here again. So the past 3-ish years, I've been like hammering.
So have you found any like light at the end of the tunnel for American drifting? Like, are you enjoying, I know we just got back from the LZ World Tour. Like, are you enjoying those events?
Yeah, those are the only events I like driving now. I get to drive with my friends. I get to drive with some of the best drivers in the country, in my opinion. And I get to see like all the people that make this possible for me to do. So it's like, it's a triple win, you know what I mean? It seems like you're loving it too.
Yeah, same. I mean, I'm coming off of kind of a similar story, which is like Formula Drift was my childhood dream, right? As I got into cars around 16, that was like the main goal. Walk your way all the way up to that, and then, it's just a grind, dude. There's just a whole lot of work at the end of that, and I just needed to change something because I was getting similar results, and so I thought I would go back to screen printing and start my own business.
Yeah.
And, it all folds back into
for sure.
to driving again, but kind of on our own terms. So for me, that was like the smoothest way to get back into drifting.
Do you enjoy these type of events that we've been doing together more than FD?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, and I think it has to do with, the status you build in your mind off of what you're trying to accomplish. Like in Formula Drift, it's everyone's moment to shine.
Yeah.
So every single race, you feel like you need to shine, if you will. Where when I went to the Invitational, when I went to the LZ World Tour,
Yep.
it was like there's not a lot of pressure. We're all there to have fun, and it's about the marketplace we're building versus the actual race that you may or may not win.
For sure.
And so that weight just feels like,
even though you won.
I did win. So now I'm coming home with the skateboard off in the corner over here. It's a huge blessing to win those races, but it's not why we were there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like I said, it's the people that we were there with, like, that makes it. And, like, all the people that come out to support it, they're there for us, right? So, like, it makes it so much fucking cooler that they're there for us. It makes you feel like you're, I don't know, doing something more important than just driving, you know what I mean? That's what it seems like for me, at least.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I'm trying to think of stuff that people don't ask or don't talk about. And obviously we're drivers, so I can kind of lean into this. So like, what would you say drifting has taught you maybe that you use in your normal life? Like for me, for example, sometimes when I want to be consistent behind the wheel, I can implement some things in my normal life that gear me up to be consistent behind the wheel.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you're like pulling from your real life into drifting, or drifting's influenced in your real life? Like when you go home and you're buying groceries, you know what I mean?
Drifting has made me OCD. I had really bad car luck for a while, and it's because I was lazy and not doing maintenance on my cars. So now I have sheets every time I change oil on. Any piece of equipment I have, I nut and bolt check everything now. And it's just because I'm sick of having broken shit. It's like, but everything I have a 70s Harley. I nut and bolt check it before I ride it because I don't want a wheel to fall off. My truck, we just did transmission fluid. Just like the maintenance thing. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's not OCD. Maybe it's just maintenance wise.
Well, it's so in the drift world, for those who don't know, like I know when you put new suspension on your car, things need to kind of set in. Like Adam's 4-rotor Supra, that thing like rattles bolts loose, you know? So like we throw these cars through so much, like drivetrain shock that we have to check them often. So I think what you're saying is you're able to basically take that bolt check and throw it onto everything.
Everything I own. But it also
the lawnmower.
Like, literally everything. Because I'm like, I've seen things rattle loose on my drift car, and I'm like, I do not want that happening on my Harley, my street car, nothing. Like,
well, let's talk through. I know when you're coming up in the ranks in drifting specifically, it's like some people have a clear vision of where they want to be. Some people are just riding the wave, and whatever comes to them, they kind of expand into those opportunities. Do you see yourself, like, do you know where you're headed in the next 2 years?
No.
Are you just cruising? Like, how is your stuff developing?
I have zero clue. Like, zero clue. I'm being completely honest.
I love it.
I say this now, but I have no interest in doing Formula Drift. I love doing the Grid Life, LS Fest style events. I like Grid Life because it's just fun. I like the LS Fest stuff because it's competitive, but it's still fun. I still get to travel to new places. I just love traveling. So whatever I can do in drifting to let me travel.
Well, where do you get the influence of that then? Are your friends saying, hey, Grant, get here? Or are you saying, hey, I need to go there? Like, who's guiding you on your, like...
I don't know, dude. I think it was like, oh shit, all my friends are doing these events. I have to go. But now...
You're making a name for yourself.
I'm trying. I'm really trying because I love doing this, and I love people. Like, I love people. So if I can just continue to do what I'm doing and continue to travel places, then I'm stoked. Like, I'm going to New Zealand and then flying from New Zealand to Ireland.
Damn.
So I'm driving a comp in New Zealand and then flying direct to Ireland for the LZ World Tour.
When does he sleep?
I don't know. I haven't slept yet, dude. I'm tired. I'm losing my voice.
Yeah, I mean, we were at the World Tour like 2 days ago.
Yeah, right? And then I went home, pulled my diff out of my car, fixed my car, and then loaded it back on the trailer and left.
That's insane. That's insane.
Yeah.
Well, so then let's talk a little bit about the back end. So also for my people, I try to bring some value into like sponsorships and how these things work. Like with your program and with your kind of spike in growth, are you getting people like Deechworks to hit you up, or are you building decks and trying to present yourself at SEMA? Like, how does your partnership stuff go? And do you have title sponsors? Like,
so I'm in a weird, I don't know how to explain this. I'm in a weird like genre, right? So I'm not a professional driver. I'm not a massive content creator.
but you're right in the
But I'm
middle.
right in the middle, and I'm like pretty decent at both, I would say, right? So none of my title sponsors are for driving. But I do have, like, I'm sponsored by Valvoline. I'm sponsored by G-Technic, detailing company. Sponsored by Holly. I'm sponsored by Deechworks. You know, I have a lot of amazing brands, but none of them I have a requirement for driving. Obviously, the driving helps, but none of them I have a requirement for it.
And I think that that speaks for a lot of our class right now. You know, I think there's a lot of where you're at and what you're up to as a brand almost, and how
Yeah.
you're building that out for yourself as a brand versus trying to win races. Like, I definitely think winning and doing well in the drift world is good
Hell
for
yeah.
us, right?
Hell, no, it's absolutely good.
It-
And everybody wants to win. Dude.
Yes.
You can say you just want to go to have fun. You want to win.
But at the same time, if you're out there and you're not winning races, it's still very important to lean into yourself as a brand. And like Grant's saying, dude,
Yeah.
like he's making content, he's putting himself in the right places.
And you're there, right?
And you're, yeah.
Yeah. If you're going to all these events, even if you're not winning, if you're showing face and you're being a part of that event or whatever you want to call it, like in my opinion, seems just as valuable.
Yeah. So right before my career took off, I mean, this was like, 12, 13 years ago. But right before that happened, I almost felt like I knew it was going to happen. Like I really,
Yeah.
really, really felt like something was about to happen and my life was about to get crazy. Are you feeling that? Like, are you just...
No, I'm just, it just seems like I'm getting busier. I don't know, like, I don't feel anything different. It just, now I have a schedule and it's to the day now. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm getting busy. Like, I don't feel anything weird. It's just more stress. It's just, okay, we have to be here this day. We have to be here this day. He's going to fly in this day, and then we have to leave, and then I have 4 days at home. I got to make sure I can mow my lawn, and I need to work on my JZX, and then we're going to Grid Life. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, it's super cool. I'm not, like, by no means talking
and
shit
that's
about
where
it.
that's where too, like, let's shout out some other friends of ours, like for Adam, for example. You see him build a team behind his program.
He's an animal, dude.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
it's because
yeah.
like as you get more and more opportunities, what I'm learning as well with the print house and the race studio is just like, if I don't pass responsibilities off to Adrian or my guys to execute the big picture,
Yeah.
like I'm going to be burnt out. Are you building any of that on the back end? Like, are you trying to build?
I mean, I'd love to. It's obviously the finances are limiting my team building, but I mean, even just like Reed coming and helping me out for the weekend and stuff, it's a massive help.
Well, and to that point, like I know that I sit down every year and I do my best to build a budget for the team, meaning like I sit down and I just go, if we hit 12 events and I bring all these people and all these hotel rooms, like my main large number is this.
X, yeah.
And then from there, I just present that to all of the people that you're talking to. And I just say, how can you guys help? And then
Yeah.
really that's what's helped me as far as like, hey, what up? I want 2 mechanics and a filmer. Like, I may not have it right now, but if I know the number I'm reaching for to get that, I can then lean on Deechworks and be like, how can y'all help?
It's easier to ask for something if you have,
If
if there's a need for it, right?
If you don't know, what's that saying? You got to see the target to hit it, right?
Yeah,
If you don't have
yeah.
any target to hit, then you don't know what you're going to get, right? So if you know that you need a mechanic to go with you and you know how much that needs, it may
It's
be a
easier
lot.
yeah, but it's easier to ask.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I agree with that.
Those things are just small things that we have to do as drivers, is we have to balance out our responsibilities over time as Grant blows up, and that way he can sleep a bit and he can...
I'm not sleeping at all, man.
But it's important, to build something that can sustain your goals in time, right? Because you don't want to build all this momentum and then lose it.
And I also want time to myself.
Yeah.
Sometimes, maybe a day or two a month would be nice,
Yeah.
Just to mow my lawn, drink a beer, hang out, relax, work on the pit bike track, just, you know what I mean? Anything, but I love this. I don't have to do this, but we have like 30 events on the schedule this year, maybe even more. So
no
it's like,
way.
Yeah.
There's only 12 months, you know what I mean?
I know.
That's
I know.
crazy.
And that includes over a month in Japan. So we just did 3 weeks in the spring, and we're going to do probably another 2 weeks in the fall.
That's crazy. Well, so let's talk a little bit about like how people get involved with you. Like you mentioned, you had a website selling some merch from time to time.
Yeah.
We printed Grant a shirt. We surprised him.
Hold on. We got to show it.
So at the print house, so we hung out last weekend. So Grant was mentioning barbed wire, Harley vibes. I came directly home and got with our graphic designers, and we're like, we need to print him a shirt. He's going to come to the shop. Let's get him involved. So we're tossing around the idea of throwing the shirt on 144's website real quick to do
only 2 weeks.
A quick little burst just to collab, see how it goes, see how my team could handle some of that flow of traffic. So I think we might knock that out.
Yeah, I'm pumped. I really am. I'm super excited. It was left field, but it was a good surprise. It was a really
for
good
Grant,
surprise.
it's out of left field because it's rare to walk into somewhere, have a shirt built, have the back end built. But this is something that I would like to be doing more and more for drivers. So it's kind of like a little test run.
Yeah.
Again, it's just going to be a 2-week.
We'll see how it goes, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing bad can come from it. So
Exactly, dude. We just want to support you, put money in your pocket, put
appreciate
us
it,
to test on
Yeah.
how it could go in the future for us at scale. So kind of cool collab,
it is super cool. I'm really excited. I can't wait. Can't wait.
So from here, we're rolling into Holly LS Fest. We're basically on one right now. Today's Thursday. Tomorrow we qualify. Saturday we race.
Yeah.
Any expectations going into this one?
No expectation. I still got to catch up on sleep. I think we'll do good. The car is on a heater right now. Like, the car is doing really good. I need to figure out where to get nitrous around here. I haven't had time to get my bottle filled up. Other than that, though, we should be good to go.
This track's going to be much faster. We're
right?
running the Formula Drift layout, so we'll go down into turn 1 around 90.
Sick.
Something like
Can't
that.
wait. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it should be fun. So,
Cannot wait.
well, cool. Anything else? Anything on your mind? You good?
I'm good.
Cool. Yeah, we just wanted to drop in, say what's up, put you on camera for our audience to introduce
Appreciate it.
the deal here. So, shout out to
Scott.
Grant for coming through.
Go to 144
Racing.com.
Racing.com and buy one of my shirts.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
And then follow along this weekend. I think we're going to drop this on a Friday, Tito, so we got to get this out ASAP. That way we can...
Come on, Tito, get to work.
He's got this.
He's editing as we're filming.
Sweet. Another cool down episode. Thank y'all for watching. Grant, thanks for coming through.